Guys, what's going on? So, this is going to be a video of my thoughts on Sea Dog. I know I've been, avoiding talking about Sea Dog, and it's because it's not my playstyle, it's not the thing that I like doing, but I thought that I would make a video because I just played a match. I lost. Spoiler alert for the end of this video. If that was your goal in this video, you can know ahead of time. I played a match, I lost. I don't like Sea Dog. That's the too long. This video is too long. I didn't have time to watch. But if you want my in-depth thoughts on Sea Dog and how it works, you can watch this video. So the way that Sea Dog works, it's basically like a growth. If Robot used growth tiles. So every time you merge a Sea Dog, he plants a treasure. Because he's a pirate, he plants a treasure, right? So you can merge a Sea Dog with a Sea Dog or a Sea Dog with a Mime, right? And you're still merging a Sea Dog. So you don't have to merge two Sea Dogs together. That's actually wasting you're wasting the Sea Dogs, essentially. In the same way that if you merge two robots together, you're losing out on two robots. You could merge out a robot with a Harlequin, and then you can merge out another robot with a Mime, right? And then you get two activations. Every time you merge a Sea Dog, he plants a treasure that is now on the field. That treasure, when you collect it, that is the only way to increase his attack damage. So you have a base attack damage, and then you get a temporary increase into attack speed, and your damage bonus for each treasure is 7%, and then that obviously scales over the course of the game. You have no mana ability, and that's something that they've been creating, which I think is a really cool function. They did it for Summoner, they did it for Cultist, right? So you have no mana ability to level him up. And so what the mana ability does, which costs no mana, by the way, it's just an activation, like the Summoner and Cultist. What the mana ability does is it moves the treasure. So the problem with Growth Tile is you have to merge onto the Growth Tile in order to get the effect, but then now you have to merge away from it because you don't want to keep building up the Growth Tile, right? So with Sea Dog, if it's on a unit that you care about, you can use the mana ability. Oh my god. You can use the mana ability in order to move the treasure, and then it'll just jump to a random square on the field, and then you can merge onto that. You get an increased attack speed whenever you do merge for a certain amount of time. Whenever you merge onto a tile and you get the treasure, you get a... Collecting treasures will increase damage and area damage for the Sea Dog and temporarily increase their attack speed. You get 100% attack boost whenever you collect a treasure. So you can time that around bosses if you are so inclined. But the majority of why you're collecting treasure is because that's the only way to increase the attack damage. It doesn't have... I tested this in Royal Trials, and it doesn't have very high attack damage, and I think that's my main problem with it. You have the ability to collect a total of 40 treasures at no talents, with no talents. As you get talents, each of these talents increases your total count by 10. So at your 9, you get 10, so that becomes 50. Then you get 60, 70, and then 80, right? The talent that I decided to choose, because I wanted to see what the potential for attack damage was, I chose the Pirate Captain. So the way that the Pirate Captain works, it's kind of like a rogue. This is kind of like the mishmash of every card that exists, but all in the same kit. So you have a 15% chance of getting a captain on the field, and you can get multiple captains on the field. There's never just one, like Bruiser. With the Bruiser, you can only get the one special guy. With this one, you have a 15% chance of getting a captain whenever a normal Sea Dog would appear. The benefits of getting a captain is that when it appears, one treasure is auto-buried, and you can have as many treasures on the field as it happens. And captains of merge rank 4 or higher get an additional 30%. And obviously, you get the plus 10 into max treasure, so you can go past 40. Cursed treasure and explosive surprises are the two things that I feel like people are going to use this for. But I wanted to see if you could actually build an attack damage version of this, or if Robot is just better. And I think Robot is just better. I was trying very hard in this game to win, and I still lost, and it wasn't even against anything great. The only other thing that I do want to talk about is there is a 10% chance of a rare treasure. It comes in the form of like a gold chest, I believe, and rare treasures, the reason why they exist is for other talents. So Explosive Surprises is one of the premier talents that Sea-Dog has, and that needs a rare treasure for you to pop. And so you'll see how difficult that is to get just a rare treasure as well. This is the deck that I played. Yes, he has a level 10 Zeus, but I have a level 15 Gadget. So, where you can say because I lost, oh, it's because of his level 10 Zeus. Had I won, you would have said, oh, it's because you had a level 15 Gadget and he only had a level 10 Zeus, right? I feel like I definitely should have won with this. And I definitely feel like I should have outdamaged this deck. And the fact that it didn't is insane to me. I was just being very overwhelmed very early in the game. And it's not a good deck. It's a common epic rare deck. There are like basically no legendaries. You're running like as your damage dealers, you're running Alchemist and Earth Elemental. And I feel like there was no reason why I should have lost this game. And the fact that I did, I feel like that's very telling to the amount of damage that a Sea-Dog can do. I mean, like, you might watch this video now and be like, you might see things that I could have done better, but I feel like I was really trying to win this game. Up until this point, I had won every single Royal Trials game that I played. I played about 4 or 5, and I've won every single game with standard decks. I was running Booming Dash Blade Dancer, I was running Light Inquisitor Trapper, and then I ran, I think I ran Monk, and this was gonna be the next deck. I ran a Cultist deck as well, and I won every single match. And I decided to make this because they were giving me access to a level 9 talent, and the fact that I wasn't even able to win against a quote-unquote real deck is crazy to me. Because I feel like not winning against this is very telling to the strength that Sea-Dog has. Because you get Sea-Dog at 7, and this is obviously a Sea-Dog at 9. And a Sea-Dog at 9 should be much better than what happens here. I try to hard focus on, obviously, captains, getting captains to level 4. It's the only reason why the Dryads are in here. You could obviously build this like a robot, like a pure robot deck, without the Dryads. You could probably run Mime instead to get better stacks. But I just really wanted to build up captains to level 4, because then you would get the 30% attack, and then you could merge out level 1s. And I was trying to build like 4 captains on tiles. I understood really early in the game that I was just gonna have to take what I was given, because obviously this level 4 in the center here is not on a tile. But eventually I do luck out and I get captains on tiles. There's a point in this game, a little bit later on, where I get a bunch of summoners, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I was supposed to be running enhanced summoning too. That could be a problem, because I did get caught with like level 3, level 4 summoners, which were kind of hard to merge out. But I don't know, like, there was a point in this game where I get like a bunch of summoners and I get a bunch of Harlequins, and I just have the ability to just, you know, like, upgrade my field like to the nth degree. And I was like, okay, this is the moment. This is the moment where I'm just gonna win this game. And I was just not doing the damage that I should have, that I felt like I should have been doing. And yes, I get that the crit is 1,000 crit, and it's built like that so that you don't have Royal Trial games that last forever. But even then, even like I have a level 15 gadget, like I don't know, I feel like I have 12 stacks on Sea Dog right now, and I feel like I just should have been, like, towards the end of this game, I was like, why am I struggling so hard? With like solid numbers on the field, I just always felt like I was struggling. I have a 4 on a strength tile. I have a 3. I have like infinite trappers. I don't like playing decks like this because there's just so many things to think about. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a level 4 Harlequin, and this obviously level 4 summoner that I couldn't get rid of, and I don't do anything about it for a while. Like, longer than I should have. But it's because I'm doing so many other things with this deck. There it is. I was also worried about this Tribunal because I knew I was going to get hit by it. I feel like you need to hard focus on merges so much. I'm at 17 merges, and if you're thinking to yourself like, oh, you can go to 50 merges. If you had a robot deck and you did this amount of work, and you had 19 merges with these levels on the field, I feel like you'd be doing pretty good for yourself. And it feels like I'm at 20 merges now, and it almost feels like nothing has changed. Like, I'm still struggling. I'm doing like 30,000s of damage. Like, I lose a captain on a tile. These golems are 1,000,000 damage, and I can't kill them. There's 2 level 4s, 2 level 4 captains. I should be. Oh, there we go. This is where I go off on these like summoners. And I just get infinite like trappers. Like, you could make the argument that, oh, I just need to get more stacks, but I feel like event heroes, you have an equivalent way of getting each event hero. No event hero is harder to get than the other. And if this is how difficult Sea Dog is to like to just use in general, I feel like Robot is just easier to use and it's better. I think there's a lot of things that you can do with Sea Dog that are more interesting than Robot. But if this is the kind of damage output that Sea Dog has at 27 stacks, like that I can't even beat an Alchemist deck. Like, both of us get hit by this virus. But like, look at his damage output with his Alchemist deck, and then look at my damage output with this like event hero Sea Dog deck. There was a second there that in this round that I thought that I was gonna win, like right here. I thought that he wasn't gonna be able to like stop that, but he was able to use a golem and then just murder the rest of his field, and then I just die. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Sea Dog.